In a season full of equations and permutations, the now is simple. Win and continue. Lose and you're done. Elimination match now. Match up number 5 of this Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Championship. Day 2 continues on at the beautiful Stanford Beach facility. If you just joined us or you're rejoining us, welcome or welcome back. We will crown a champion tomorrow. Right now, it is an elimination match. The contenders bracket already done. Oregon, Arizona State, Utah have all finished 2018. Stanford and Washington will play in our final match of the day. Right now, it's Arizona and Cal for the right to move on. Welcome back once again. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympic silver medalist Mike Dodd. And Mike, now we get Cal, who's on a short turnaround. What are some of the challenges of doing that?
Well, you know, rest, I guess, is the most, but these players are young, they're fit, they're ready to go. I don't think it's going to be that big of a factor. Cal mentally had a great match against USC, had a chance to win and didn't do it, so they should be feeling confident coming into this one.
All right, they will face an Arizona squad who's also trying to stay alive coming off of a tough loss. Let's tell you the rules here, how it works inside of the duel. We're going to talk about sets, we'll talk about matches, we'll talk about big points, and it will be dual points. So you'll have 5 matches of pairs. We'll start with the 4s and 5s. If you win 3 of 5 of those matches, you are the victor in the duel. You can win 3-0 and have it be done right away. If you win 4-5-1, we'll play to 21, and then we'll play to 15. This is the Arizona Wildcats at number 5 against the California Golden Bears, who came in at number 3. What a season it has been for Cal and Megan Owusu. Highest ranking ever. They're ranked 10 nationally by Dig Magazine. That is the highest that they have ever been in program history, as we get the 5s and the 4s taking the sand. Washington coming off a victory against ASU earlier today. That was in the morning. They will face off with Stanford later. And Arizona coming off a victory over Utah. They have Cal right now. And we will start with the 4s pair. Johnny Baham and Brooke Burling against Caroline Schafer and Mia Merino.
Come on, get up. Go. No one.
Baham, number 11, there with the dig. Partner Burling trying to push her up to the tape. Mike, that one mishandled, but I continue to be amazed by the number of balls that are handled well and not hit really hard, but not shot, and find a defender standing there. Why does that happen?
That's just good anticipation and good experience. Brooke Burling doing a nice job of dropping off on that, making the play. Unfortunately, the wind just pushed the ball into the net, so they weren't able to finish the defensive play.
Cal making the short trip across the bay to be at these championships. That cut shot finds its way to the sand.
Johnny Baham there picking up the short shot and then just cutting back cross court. Nice little shot for Arizona.
As you look at Brooke Burling out of Naper Thrill, Illinois. Sophomore, 5'10". And she will give that fake. And a nice short shot there. Burling probably honed her skills out there at Four Lakes in Naperville.
Here we go, laying down, getting up quick, just dinking them right back. It's a good play. This is an important match for Arizona because in the 5s, Cal has Grace Campbell and Nady Micheletti, and that's another one of those 5s teams that have had an outstanding season.
Early advantage for Arizona. Burling quick serve, she'll pull once again. That one laced by her by Caroline Schafer, 41. You'll see Schafer unload on some balls. You'll see her get up and bomb them.
Schafer's a very physical player. Gets up and bangs at the net. Serves tough, runs up and blocks every time.
And she was trying out the the sky ball in warm-up. She was the one
you like that.
rocking the sky ball. I want to see one take flight. Oh, what a take by her partner, Merino. A little bit of a breeze kicking up. Schafer misses there, and the breeze might be good for Caroline Schafer. Actually had to take a medical timeout in the previous match for heat exhaustion. Saw some ice applied to the back of her neck.
She does a lot of work out there. Very physical player.
It's not that hot out. I mean, if you think back to last year's championships, what kind of struggle would it be in Tucson, Arizona, where we were sitting out there, it was 95 degrees in the shade.
Yep.
A 4-3 side change right away. Schafer used to travel down from NorCal here down to Southern California for club volleyball. Characterized as our most athletic player, says Megan Owusu.
Does a lot at the net.
Schafer not far enough off there, can't get it with the left hand.
All set up with a perfect pass from Brooke Burling, asking for that middle or inside set, giving her room to chop back toward the middle.
And the music picks up, the European dance party is back. There's the Schafer we've seen throughout this tournament.
The unload.
Coach says she can bounce balls at 10 feet. I believe it, having watched warm-ups a few times. That was almost a little strawberry jam there for you, Mike Dodd. Moreno with the poke deep, and here's a player that her coach could not say enough good things about her. So proud of the way she's handled rehab, the dedication to rehab to get herself healthy, and at this point where she's had an outstanding 2018.
Yep, mental toughness. That's it.
The no look, but played up into the net, smartly done. Oh, Arizona scramble. Moreno now. Will she get a swing? Always looking for one. This can be team bombs away for Cal at times. Can't handle that one. That was the wind and the equipment, putting it in the sand in a millisecond.
Nice little cut shot into the wind, laying down there. Great up there from Merino, keeping the ball alive. Comes right back, gets the on two, just can't finish down the line.
Johnny Baham, 3 times she's earned her AAA down Southern California, the Carlsbad native. Ooh, a little indecision caused there into the wind.
Baham getting as far into that right-hand corner as she can, serving corner to corner. That's where she gets all the movement on the ball from the wind that's blowing directly in her face.
Yeah, it just picked up once again. I'd serve quickly. You want the whistle to come fast here.
There's another. Just out.
A little bit too much.
Here we go. This one right here.
Schafer picks up the short shot, and Moreno hugs the net.
Somehow manages to not fall into the net on that play. Great body control.
Third year for Megan Owusu. Mae Schmidt, one of the 30 under 30 honorees for the AVCA. Rich Feller was her head coach when she was playing back here 2010, kind of the high water mark indoors for the Cal program, alongside Carly Lloyd, all the way into the Final Four. Oh, Moreno can't quite get to that one. Indoors, Cal has been twice to the Final Four, 2007, and the year was 2010. Well, I remember the helmet on the libero that year. And I like the number 44, not a traditional number. Love to see non-traditional numbers getting worn by volleyball players. Another player who is an accomplished beach player herself, Megan Owusu, has her AAA. And has done outstanding things with this program this year. Number 12 nationally in the AVCA poll, number 10 for Dig Magazine, both of those program highs. They have 6 losses on the season coming into this tournament. 5 were 3-2 defeats. It was to St. Mary's in week 1, very first tournament. Then it was USC at USC. And then they had to play in the rain at Alki Beach. 52 degrees, raining. They lost to Arizona and Washington back-to-back, and then Stanford all in the same weekend, but all 3-2.
And right now, Burling and Baham are putting the pressure on Merino and Schafer. Merino and Schafer giving up a couple points on the good side. They're going to take a timeout and try to figure things out, slow down this Arizona team.
Cal trying to come back off an emotional start against USC. It's a little slow against Arizona. Pac-12 Beach Volleyball is brought to you by State Farm, here to help life go right. Beautiful campus of Stanford University and the outstanding Stanford Beach Volleyball Stadium. Cal teammates, they're a little more relaxed now than they were earlier. That USC match, they were up along the rail and heckling as the 5s and the 4s got started. Cal nearly up 2-0 on USC. An emotional and long first flight against the Trojans.
It's a good timeout for Cal. Merino comes out with a perfect pass, a nice little cut shot. Get them back on track. They got to remember they're still on the good side and they have a chance to get a couple serves. At least maybe get the 12-9 side switch.
Ace service. That's how you get right back on track. So the score doing a little bit of adjusting there. It was 12-8, now 12-9. And technical timeout on the 4s. Let's go to our State Farm Get to a Better State, and it's the tail of the tape. Borrow a boxing term. And right here, the tape, that is part of the equipment, Mike Dodd. You can use it in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, every time that ball trickles off the tape and goes down, you're using the equipment.
Sometimes that ball just hangs up there. That one going in the wind. We saw Moreno get that one. If you can serve off the tape, too, there is a contract waiting for you somewhere. If you can consistently drop the ball off the edge and onto your opponent's side.
Steve Walker over there talking with his team, done a great job at Arizona building the program.
10 years on the indoor side under Dave Rubio. One of the long tenured individuals in the Pac-12, right up there with Beth Lanier, who we saw earlier. Assistant coaching on the beach side for her Utah Utes. Dave's coming up on 30 years, right around that neighborhood.
30 years, impressive.
Down in Tucson. Steve Walker, actually, Beach Volleyball Coach of the Year in the Pac-12 2 seasons ago. There's the chicken wing, Mike Dodd. Lunchtime.
Oh. Tough break for Schafer there. Let's see if she can roll this one up. Nice set.
Moreno's going to poke it, but out of bounds. One mistake after another there for 41.
Yeah, tough break there for Cal. They had a couple of really good opportunities to score on the bad side. Couldn't get it done. Arizona just hanging tough.
Was that a little insight there into Mike Dodd in the coaching chair? When a play goes the wrong way.
That's it. Plenty of gray hairs.
If you had to coach you, what would you have told young Mike Dodd? Or young Tim Hobble? That might be much better.
Wake up. There we go.
Micheletti and Campbell, Cortez and Martin in the 5s, 17-13 Cal. And the 5s, this is where it kind of fell apart at the end for Micheletti and Campbell against USC. They had the opportunity. It had already been closed out at the 4s. And they had the chance, just a little, it seemed a little bit of nerves at the very end.
Yeah, they started out that game, that third set, 6-2, in control on the good side, and all of a sudden maintained a pretty good lead until the last 5 points, and then things kind of unraveled for them. But great learning experience, and this is where you test your character, coming back from a tough loss like that. And playing well for your team again here in the afternoon.
Baham 5'6", ripping that ball. Listed at 5'6". I'm gonna give her taller than that. Let's head back over to the 4s. Cal solidly in control in the 5s. Here, a bit of a battle. Saw a ball a moment ago from Schafer taking an aggressive swing, but ending up in the net. They're hoping to come back. A serve. Maybe, maybe not. Just out.
Ref giving the signals out by about a foot, so not as close as maybe Cal was hoping. On the bad side right now. They really got to buckle down and try to get some extra points. Just get one for the side change.
Oh, no swing there. Going to try and put it deep.
No, Dago. Come on. Here, I got you. Come on.
Cal still on the defensive.
No, Eagle. Go, go.
Cal trying to play the role of annoying ping pong player and just continuing to return the ball until you make a mistake, but no mistake for Arizona. They lead by 4.
Yeah, Brooke Burling showed a lot of patience, kept with it, and finally got rewarded with a little left-hand shot down the line for the big 16th point.
Brooke Burling, a decorated high school athlete at Waubonsie Valley High School a couple of years ago, chose to come to Arizona and play for Steve Walker. Setter back in his college days, played junior college, played at Long Beach State. Now he's pumped on next weekend. He'd like to be busy himself, but you know he'll have an eye turned to the Long Beach State 49ers, #1 team in the nation on the men's indoor side. What a week of volleyball you have ahead of you if you are a fan of this sport. Gulf Shores will host the championship after the conclusion of this event. You'll have selection Sunday. And the women of beach volleyball will compete for a national title in Gulf Shores next weekend. You'll have the Huntington Beach FIVB AVP collab happening down there in Huntington Beach. All the international players on hand, as well as a bevy of domestic talent from the United States. So go ahead and check that out. And then you have the national championship for the men. Gotten to a set point here in the 5s. Arizona staves it off on the 1st.
Good job from McKenna Martin, seeing the court wide open down the line, just put her there. Micheletti and Campbell now can just receive serve and try to finish this first set. Not yet.
Can't get it by Cortez. She will poke it. Dealing with the wind just fine. The other Napervillian, also from Waubonsie Valley High School.
So this is where Campbell and Micheletti have to shake those demons from the previous match with USC. This is right the same kind of situation they were in, and they couldn't close it out. So for them to be able to close it out now, that's going to be good for them.
There you go, Mike. Demon slayed, perhaps.
Demon slayed.
21-16 victory in the first set. Back to the number 4s, and it looks like Arizona is in position to take home the first set here. Baham and Burling, Killer Bees.
That's just a tough break for Merino on the good side, missing that serve.
So set points for Arizona. What's that, a men's match? Back-to-back service errors? Come on. Trying to shoot the corner. Missed it. So we'll get a side change at 35. And Steve Walker patrolling the sidelines there for his number 4 group. Looking to be up 1-0.
Yeah, but now Cal, Merino and Schafer on the, well, they're not on the good side, they're on the bad side. Still, you never know. Just keep playing. Keep competing.
Or serve the ball out of bounds and move on to the second set.
Just don't serve it out.
Take your pick. 21-15, the final there. And these teams have split the first sets at the 4 and 5. So much yet to be decided in this elimination matchup.
Partner of Isaiah Thomas and the Pac-12 Conference.
4s and 5s, first flight of action between the California Golden Bears and the Arizona Wildcats. Cal at 22-7, an exceptional season. Wildcats another 20-win year. Trying to get back into the national scene where they were a couple of years ago. Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Championship. Kevin Barnett alongside Mike Dodd for the afternoon session. This is duel number 5, and we're looking at the pair 5. Micheletti and Campbell now up 3-1.
After winning the first set 21-16, Micheletti and Campbell starting to get their mojo back.
Cortez, just like a nice Friday night on the Riverwalk.
Wow.
Puts it in the corner.
Right there. Nice little pokey for Micheletti.
Grace Campbell, Nady Micheletti. Pair of the week, April 24th. Excellent job by that group. They've had quite the season.
25-2. Just had one loss for the whole year until that last match with USC. That's getting it done at the 5s.
Yeah, we talked earlier in the UCLA match about the importance of the excellent play at the 5s. Gets your team off to a good start.
Yep.
Significance of a high-depth program.
Absolutely.
Now, that's a Cal group that shuffled their top pairs. We'll see coming up a little bit in the second flight. And actually, their 1s and 2s, they shuffled a couple of athletes around. Alexia Inman and Lindahl now teamed up, and Mima Mirkovic and Jessica Gaffney partners. As good a year as it's been, Megan Owusu looking to get even more performance entering Pac-12 championship.
Yep.
Nice aggressive swing from Caroline Cortez.
Cortez has been very impressive, both in her power and her ability to move the ball around. This time just going high, hard off the block.
5'11" redshirt freshman, Illinois State scholar her times back in high school. Oh, who's going to get credit for the kill there?
I have to give it to Micheletti. Looked like she got the knuckle on it. McKenna Martin just kind of shaking her head, going, what happened on that play? Cortez with a nice soft block, trying to keep it alive.
Mike, I see a lot of blockers out here on many of the different teams, starting as their de facto position, that kind of half on, half off. Do you like that versus a commitment to being on and then pulling, or what do you think about that particular stance?
I do like the half on, half off, because you get yourself in a position to really focus on reading the set, and then if you do decide to drop off, you've already basically made that half step or that drop move already. Whereas if you decide to block, you actually get to gain a half step closing to almost do a little mini swing block. So I think from both standpoints, it's a better position to start out with, whether you drop or block. So yeah, I like it.
Arizona kind of working their way back here in the second set, 7-6, trailing by 1. Out in front of our position, the ones are starting to warm up as the second sets continue on. Remember, the ones will be the next group out there on the sand.
Yeah, Cordes and Martin were battling in the first set. You know, Micheletti and Campbell just kind of pulled away right at the end. So this has been a tough matchup.
The wind howling across and definitely affecting that shot, pushing it wide off the right hand of Maddie Micheletti.
It's just got to be kind of a sinking feeling when your referee's just about to blow the whistle and all of a sudden that just a giant gust come up and you know you're going to be on the receiving end of it.
Micheletti gets herself out of the sand and makes crisp contact. Boy, he brought that out of the lettuce drawer.
Real nice high line shot. You're going to see Campbell face, roll it up, snap line. It's a nice volleyball play right there on the bad side.
I think Caroline Cordes was surprised she missed that one. Going right through her hands. Cordes, nobody up, but the net gets her. Ace service right down the middle. Well, and there's that little stretch you talked about in the first set.
Yep, nice little run right now. Cordes has got a reboot, as we spoke about earlier. She's gotten in a little rough spot right here. So they get an error, unforced error from Cordes, and they ace Cordes, and then they go back and try to hit Martin down the line and serve it out of bounds.
Is that a player overthinking it?
That's a little overthinking. We talked about how the coaches get a few gray hairs now and then. Plays like that will get them. And then Arizona takes advantage of the gift that Cal gave them and comes back with the ace of their own from the good side. Well, you get a team in trouble on the bad side. Don't let them off the hook.
I think we're going to give those gray hairs to Derek Olson, who's over on the court, the assistant coach for Cal. And now another one is going to end up short, and just like that, we're tied. So, Mike, that one error compounding.
Yep. It can really turn the fortunes quickly when you let someone off the hook. All of a sudden, you're on the hook.
Technical timeout at the 5s. Cal going to try and get things right and find their way to a 2-0 victory in that one. Much more Pac-12 beach volleyball.
Label me.
Pac-12 Bay Area.
Around the midpoint of the 4s and 5s, Arizona taking on Cal. They split the first two. One set going to Arizona, one going to Cal. Close action on both the 4s and the 5s. We will stick with the 5s. Maddie Micheletti and Grace Campbell taking on Caroline Cordes and McKenna Martin. In the foreground, that is McKenna Martin, number 2. Her partner, the blocker, Caroline Cordes, at the net. Pair redshirt freshmen. Boy, if you're at the 5 now and having success for Arizona, what does the future hold?
Yep. Real nice serve down that line.
And the poke missed. So you get an error from Micheletti. Where should you serve, Mike Dodd?
Right down the line at Micheletti again. Make a player work their way out of the trouble. Good serve there.
Oh, and that one skipped off the tape. Might have been wide. Martin doing everything she could to get there. The indoor libero, not quite enough wheels. Tough play.
Yeah, nice set from Campbell, and Micheletti using the equipment off the top of the tape and down.
So Micheletti, who was pressed into her freshman year to service after an injury to Tell you enough. She knuckles it short. What an outstanding season she's had. Her coach saying, listen, she was just thankful to play. She was thankful for the opportunity to be in and took advantage of it.
It's just a nice little knuckle drop. On the good side right now, looking to get off another tough serve. Little Laura Ludwig standing float serve. Ludwig, the great gold medalist from Germany in Rio. A lot of players emulating her jump float serving style, where just kind of standing with the shoulders facing the court. We're going to see Micheletti again here. Going to get into that right corner, plant her feet. No running start, just a straight up snap it cross court.
Cortez pulls. Oh, that ball just too short. Doesn't make it over the tape for Micheletti.
Nice little run for Campbell and Micheletti.
You make a good point about the influence of Laura Ludwig. There's a whole generation of boys players, young men, that would grab their shorts in serve receive and put their hands on their upper thighs, just like one Karch Karai.
Yep. Nothing wrong with emulating your heroes. They usually did it pretty well.
I once tried to pass a ball over my shoulder, Mike Dodd, where I had my head tucked into my arms and I still had my platform perfect, like one young Mike Dodd. I don't think it worked out for me as well as it did you. 15-13. The happy team, as Megan Owusu calls them on the Cal side, would be a lot happier if they could make a break here and give themselves some breathing room in the second set.
A lot happier if they can steal a couple points here on the bad side.
Good way to start is with an athletic dig. And heating it up in transition. Outstanding play from Grace Campbell.
Campbell doing a nice job of dropping off the net, making the defensive play. Such a steady force for Cal in the fives. Had a wonderful season.
Tough contact.
Now's where Arizona has the chance. They're on the good side.
Good side, trailing by 2.
McKenna Martin back there with the floaty. Deep.
That ball's tight. Poked very high. Net violation is going to go against Cortez as she reached for it.
Oh, tough break for Arizona. Had them right where they wanted them. Free ball, and Cortez just touching the net on the block attempt.
And things just a little off. Sometimes you get in a rut as an attacker.
Yeah. Nady, Micheletti right now, that's 2 or 3 little dink shots that just haven't even come close to clearing the net. That's the beauty of beach volleyball. Ain't no substitutions in the horizon. She's got to figure it out for herself.
And she's going to figure out more than that. Serve receive now going awry and right back to a 1-point set.
Yeah, we said Arizona had a chance on the good side right now to get a couple tough serves off, and Cortez certainly responded on that serve. She's going to go right back to that right corner over there and hit it cross court right at Micheletti. Micheletti, there's no place to hide. They're coming after you.
Cortez with the flipper.
Great up. Cortez back up at the net. She's going to drop. Another good chance for Arizona.
And another miss by Micheletti. So frustrating as a hitter to be in that space.
And you can hear Cal's just say, timeout. We need to regroup. It's a good timeout. That's what they're for.
17 all in that race to 21. So we'll go back to the fours. Check in over here where it was Arizona victorious in the first set. They have the possibility of a sweep, and now a 3-point lead for Brooke Burling and her partner, Johnny Baham. That's Baham in transition. Oh, both Cal players swooping to the left. Ball going to the right.
Burling doing a nice job of saving that defensive play from Baham. Arizona scoring another all-important point from the bad side. Now they're going to go over to the good side, up 16-12, won the first set, so they're looking like they might be able to get Arizona on the right track here in the first flight.
Arizona, of course, hosted this event last year down at Bear Down Beach. They have a 5-court facility. It was a little different format back then. It was one flight, 5 teams. Here we have 2 flights for you. This is the first. We'll go teams 1, 2, and 3 coming up next. Cut shot into the wind. Nobody home. Brooke Burling with the kill.
Another nice series for Arizona. Here comes the tough serves. That whole play started with Burling making an incredible dig on the drop. Caroline Schafer just teeing off on the first attack, and Burling bringing it back over defensively, and ooh, a missed serve on the good side. Giving Cal just a little bit of room to breathe, to hope, to think maybe we can make this comeback, even on the bad side.
McKenna Martin with an outstanding dig on the other court. Martin, the starting libero, alternately DS indoors. Get another swing here, number 2 in red. There's a short shot.
Not yet.
And shoot it. You saw the point from Martin. Yes, her partner listening. Cordes and Martin communication.
Micheletti and Campbell on the good side. All they need to do is try to put together a nice side out right here. There's Campbell, steady Eddie with the little dink over the block. Now they got to go back and serve some BBs.
Yeah, different situation.
This is the chance to make their move.
Campbell at the line.
Nice dig.
Is the transition good? Cordes, no! Everything that they had for Arizona were tied.
Grace Campbell coming up big for Cal right when they need her. Nice little floaty, dropped off the net, great overhand dig. Let's see if she can put another serve on Arizona, get them in trouble.
See if she
Take
goes
advantage of that good side.
See if she goes right back to Martin.
Yep. Looks like Arizona's going to take a timeout and let Campbell cool off a little bit.
Meantime, over in the 4s, Arizona's looking to close it out.
Yeah, Burling just put another nice shot down on the left side. They got one more serve over here on the good side to see if they can finish up this match.
Knuckle shot off the defensive effort. Schafer.
Caroline Schafer doing a nice job of keeping the hope alive for Cal. They're going over to the good side. You never know. Down 15-20. They got to reel off 5 straight just to keep this thing going.
Meantime, Steve Walker with some words for his troops who are just 1 point away from being up 1-0 in the big score. Match point number 2. Opportunity to swing, dig Merino. And there's another one for Cal.
Nice defensive play from Mia Merino, then chopping off the net cross court. Well, they're down to just needing 4 in a row.
Still a tall task for anyone.
Task.
Indoor, outdoor, men's, women's, doesn't matter. We have match point.
Oh, another great play from Schafer.
Pushing it to the net a little bit too far, and it's cleaned up.
Tough break. Merino going for the 5-0 set, oversets it up. Big win for Arizona. You could see the excitement in the players. They're pumped up.
Burling and Baham with the win. Meantime, Micheletti and Campbell will have a chance to close it out.
Great
we could be at 1-1. Still working on Martin.
Good chance right here.
For the set, nobody up.
And they
That'll
do it. What a comeback. They were down in that second set, came back to win. Tie it up.
So a split to open the 4s and 5s. It's one apiece. 1, 2, and 3 taking the sand next.
Well,
Jim, the view's better from here.
We are tied at 1 apiece in dual points. The 4 and the 5 split between Arizona and Cal. Kevin Barnett alongside beach volleyball legend Mike Dodd. So we welcome the 1s to the program. Go from 4 and 5 straight to the 1s. It's Olivia MacDonald and Natalie Anselmo for Arizona against Mima Mirkovic and Jessica Gaffney. This is a brand new partnership for Mirkovic and Gaffney. What things are you concerned about immediately when you put a partnership together, Mike Dodd?
Well, chemistry for one. It looks like Mirkovic is such a solid defender, and Gaffney a good blocker, drops well. It's just Gaffney, you know she's going to get a lot of serves. It's whether or not she can be able to consistently side out against the block. That's a big question for Cal.
Huge rip into the back row. Olivia MacDonald out of Hamilton, New Zealand, the now senior.
Just teed off on that thing. So I think we should expect a lot of serves going toward Gaffney. Natalie Anselmo just getting that ball a little too heavy with the wind behind her. Now Gaffney's got to tee off into the wind right now. Really got a good situation.
That one right on the line.
Boy,
good start for Olivia MacDonald.
Yeah, MacDonald really threaded the needle on that one. There was not a lot of room to work with on that pass straight ahead of Anselmo, and able to find that line.
Olivia MacDonald grew up in Pio, New Zealand. More sheep than people. For real, no joke. 400 people, 500 sheep. Went away to boarding school at the age of 11. When she was younger, she was the caregiver for the animals. She said, yeah, it was never really for me. I was going to leave. That was fine. Ended up being a 5-sport athlete. Number 5 in red. Basketball, field hockey, volleyball, netball, Mike Dodd.
Netball, I like it.
Your time in Europe has you familiar, I bet, with some netball. She thought she was going pro in that. Volleyball was just kind of a little side hobby. Said she knew she wasn't going to play indoor when she played against China. And the girls were 6'9" or something like that was her quote.
Gaffney with a nice rip there. Mia Mirkovic going back to serve. This serve into the wind. Trying to get a couple points from the good side right now for Cal.
Cut shot. MacDonald, oh, she is all over the airspace above the tape.
And that's a real nice job from MacDonald, knowing that Natalie Anselmo is going to get a lot of serves, especially on that right side. Going over on 2, doing whatever she can to help her partner. That's part of being a good teammate, recognizing when your partner needs a little help.
Well, maybe she's empathetic from her days as a bartender. That's where she was. Think about that. 4 years ago, she was tending bar in New Zealand. Didn't know what she was going to do. Ends up having an excellent beach volleyball career, performing at the 1s here for a top Pac-12 team.
Yep.
And would like to play indoors next year as a 5th year.
That's awesome. I bet Rubio's happy with that decision.
Little back play, get out in front of there. That might have been in, might have been out, played up. MacDonald, that ball a little bit too tight. She lights it up anyway. Defense and transition. Mima Mirkovic, the freshman out of Irvine.
Mirkovic is one of the best at just digging a hard-driven ball right at her. Can really pop that ball straight up, and then great shot in transition with a high line shot with the wind behind her.
She was one of the rowdy hecklers earlier.
Yeah.
Against that USC duel in the fours. Deep corner. There's your coffin.
Right there.
Let me get out some nails. Close that thing up.
Just taking matters into her own hands. Olivia MacDonald doing it all right now. Tough break on the good side. Missing that serve well to the left side of the court. 5-5. Looks like a good one.
Oh, not quite able to pull that one out of the net is Cal. As we have dueling cheer sections now. You see Arizona along the rail in the back. You've heard them early on. Look at the 2-1 record, and give you an idea how just early that partnership is. 2-1. Some of that has happened here at this event. Short roll shot is good.
Another nice play from Mirkovic. She's really the leader on this team right now. Doing everything she can to help out Gaffney and get Cal another all-important point.
Freshman senior split between these two. Gaffney, a senior out of Temecula. It's in Southern California, Inland Empire area. Good set from Gaffney. That ball was touched. Not enough to slow it down for the sprinting Anselmo.
Mirkovic doing a real nice job. Watch her hang into that angle, pick up the cut shot, and then high over the block. Perfect location in that back corner. Cal's been able to score a few points here on the bad side. That's always bodes well, and here's another one. So they got 3 straight points over on the bad side. Now they'll head over. Here's the set. Just right into Gaffney's wheelhouse. Knuckle down, and a little frustration there on Arizona. They were on the good side and rolling, and all of a sudden Mirkovic and Gaffney turned it around.
Gaffney will continue to serve. Time at the 1 through 3 spots last year. Been fluctuating between 1 and 2 this year. Spent a lot of time at the 2. There's some heat and some power.
So we saw MacDonald have some success going over on 2. This time Mirkovic stays and makes them pay. Mirkovic really finishing well in transition right now. 3 or 4 in a row. Once she's made the defensive plays, she's been able to get up and finish.
14-7 this season with Alexia Inman was Mirkovic. That ball out. They were a best friends pair. That was sometimes good, sometimes bad for them. Cal is just kind of team bombs away. Gaffney right there. Kind of an indoor spirit sometimes when she's hitting. Just get after it, forget the shots.
Yeah, went up and snapped, and Natalie Anselmo just kind of moving a little bit early. Left the spot right where the spike ended up.
And Gaffney, on the year, she's 17-9 with Lindahl before the switch.
Yep.
Now, both teams with winning records before being broken up just before this tournament. Within the waning time of the season. Smartly done. Okay, looking like the beginning of the set.
There's the great touch, over and across. Nice shot. That's just good blocking work right there. Able to get the soft block and then the cut shot to finish.
Going on court number 2.
Too much on that one, well wide. 1 point is the lead for Cal.
So 2 straight points for Arizona. They've been putting the pressure on Gaffney. I wouldn't be surprised to see another serve going right at her. Here we go.
This time she goes the other way with the soft stuff.
Yeah, nice response. Unforced error, cross court, come back with a nice high line shot. Good job by Jessica Gaffney. Rebooting, recovering, getting herself back into it. Now she can serve and run up and try to get another block.
Purdue is meeting Devlin. Taking on Brian Clark and Madison Dueck for Matt.
Oh, putting the roof on top of that was Jessica Gaffney.
Tight set there for.
Did you want a ceiling in your apartment? There it is.
Anselmo almost with the cover.
Pac-12 Bay Area.
We've offered you 2-box coverage. This is 50% more volleyball for you. 3 matchups happening right now in the 2018 Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Championship. Arizona and Cal were tied at 1 big point apiece coming out of the 4s and 5s. So much to be decided here with 1, 2, and 3. Back now to the 1s. They're, of course, in the second flight of the first pair to start as Anselmo fills the corner.
Snapping that ball right into the wind. Such an experienced beach player. That's nice.
Grew up on the sand. Her dad, John Anselmo, an AVP professional now, volleyball coach. Coached her entire junior life as that one fades out of bounds. The wind taking it right to left. Natalie Anselmo plays far bigger than 5'6".
Yep. And right now, Jessica Gaffney just has to realize she's going to have a lot of serves coming her way. Now she's coming around to the right side. Gets a little break there. MacDonald with the nice soft block, just couldn't put it over on 2.
Checking on the second pair, Casey Nady and Olivia Hallaran. Hallaran in 5-5 now with Lindahl. Ia Lindahl and Alexia Inman. Pair for Cal. We will get a look at them shortly. Oh, cross court heating up, and you gotta love that from Anselmo. She is not afraid to take a swing.
No, that's a nice little snappy into the wind. Went deep cross court the first time. This time went sharp, mixing it up.
Like a young Holly McPeak.
Moving over to the left to make sure she could get it on to Gaffney, and of course, hits it a couple feet wide. The right idea, though. Good experienced player.
By going that way, though, she ends up serving with the wind. So
yep. You get less.
Push.
You get less of the wind, but in theory, it's a less dangerous serve.
Another rip. Was it long? It was.
Just out. It's interesting. Once you go on a roll and you get a couple points on someone, the conventional wisdom is then you risk even more. You're on a roll, let's keep that serve going. But a lot of times it's wiser to just take a little bit off of it and make sure you keep the pressure on that player and not serve a ball out.
Well, the pressure's on Arizona all of a sudden as Cal has opened up an advantage. Tough serve, unable to be returned by the Wildcats. And Arizona, who opened with a lot of noise on their side and a lot of excellent plays by number 5, Olivia MacDonald, is now down 4 with just 5 to go if you're Cal. Soft touch, wrist away.
Really nice little dink shot there from Natalie. Inside set. Drops, the block's going to drift inside with you. You chop back and take advantage. Good smart hit. Pressure on Gaffney now. And Natalie Anselmo, you see the frustration. She'd love to have that one back. That hit was just right in her breadbasket. Just a little too hard. Ball traveled into the net, unable to control.
I thought Olivia MacDonald was going to travel into the net on that play.
She was moving.
There's that same short one from Anselmo. But I look around at some of the fashion on the glasses side for these women, and I think, Mike, this is John Anselmo's ancestry. He might want to break out the old stock and give it to his daughter. She'll fit right in.
Perfect.
It's gone all the way back. I'm waiting for the killer loops to come back. Somebody call Randy Stoklos.
Oh, great dig. Oh, my goodness. Natalie Anselmo just reaching out the left hand, stab, one hand. Hard-driven ball straight up. MacDonald going over on two. That's a big point for Arizona.
Pulling tight, latter part of the set, making a move. Still working on Gaffney as you recommended. And it's working.
Yeah, that's one of those instances where Gaffney just passed the ball a little too far to her right, created a lot of space, and the ball had to be set higher in this wind. That's not a good combination. Up and down. There you go. Good shot. Nice job for Gaffney. Had herself in trouble on the ropes again. Dodged a few bullets and came back with a nice approach to the right side with a cut shot. Mixing things up when you're in trouble. That's one of the keys.
18-16. Anselmo on the right now. Cut shot. You've seen the wrist away. Did you want some crossbody?
Yeah,
here you go.
There you go.
The 1-point advantage for Cal. Taking our technical timeout on
Megan Owusu traveled all the way onto the court there. She had more than 10 words for her Cal Golden Bears.
So Olivia MacDonald down by one, but on the good side for the end of this first set. So she's probably feeling like she's at an advantage right now.
Oh, Gaffney goes just inside of MacDonald.
What a great hit from Gaffney. Deep serve, gets it up there. Mirkovic with a perfect set and just beats this ball deep middle. I don't think Arizona was expecting that kind of heat with the wind behind her.
Side out, must have for Arizona. Pokey out of bounds, big point for Cal. Boy, that serve, you could read the ball as it went away from us.
Yeah, Mirkovic is just trying to get that floater down the line on Anselmo. Natalie, that time, again, just the pass was a little too hard. Traveling into the net, MacDonald couldn't control. There we go, that's perfect. So, Anselmo, when she's on that good side, you know how you can make mental notes during a match. On the good side, she really snaps. On the bad side, she goes to shots. So if I'm Gaffney and a blocker, I'm thinking maybe when she's on the bad side, I'm going to drop a little more. Mix things up.
Second set point. Battle at the net. Is that one out? It is. That point will go to Arizona. They are 1 point away from tying it up and forcing extra time.
Huge play right here for Cal. They want to finish it early. They're on the bad side. They don't want Arizona to tie it up.
Well, that's an aggressive serve. Might have been in, might have been out. MacDonald.
Mirkovic to finish. Not yet.
Gotta go. No good. Cal hangs on in the first set, 21-19.
A little frustration there for Natalie Anselmo. Knew she had a chance. Just keep it in and keep the pressure on and kind of let Cal off the hook there.
So court one complete in the first set. We'll be back for more action there. Let's check in on court two. Casey Nady, Olivia Hallaran. That's Hallaran serving, number 32. And 32 on the other side is Alexia Inman, who's right in front of that one, although it's well in the net. She and her partner, her new partner, Lindahl, they are trailing by 2.
Tough break for Hallaran. Made the nice move, moving to the line defensively, and then just couldn't finish. Cal looking to come back on the good side right now. That's a tough serve down the line, just what they needed.
Straight ace from Lindahl, the sophomore out of San Diego. Described by our coach as super fast, almost too fast. I'm not sure that's possible.
Never.
Can you beat too fast?
There's never too fast.
Nady gets dug, but then wins the joust ball.
Nady doing what she does, getting physical up at the net. Just beat that first one on two, and then after the dig traveled over, blocked the next play.
Bryce Bark and Madison Dueck in control over on the other court. Looks like 15-10 now, the updated score over there, according to the in-stadium.
There's Alexia Inman with the nice little ding shot for the side out point. Back to serve on the good side.
Remember this duel tied at 1 apiece coming out of the 4s and 5s. Here's Nady, the Oregon transfer. Up on top of the net. Yeah, she will go for it. I don't know if pulling back against Casey Nady is a good idea.
Especially with a set like that. This is Hallaran just putting it right in the right spot, and Nady knowing what to do with it.
Casey Nady wants to become a volleyball coach. Would also like to play professionally on the beach. She'd like to give that a run, number 21 in red.
She's got the talent, that's for sure. Very physical.
Yeah, physical and dynamic. Those two adjectives you can take somewhere else to the next level.
This serve there, big break for Cal. Battling for points on the bad side. Oh,
that one drops out of the sky for an ace. Lindahl picks up another.
Lindahl's happy with that.
That one came off a shelf.
Just died. Tight set. Unforced error again. Cal's on a roll. Inman's fired up.
And up one.
Having fun.
Big block at the net. Now her partner gets in on the action, Inman.
Doing all of this on the bad side. What a great roll for Cal. And Arizona going to take a timeout.
Yeah, 17-15, Lindahl and Inman. Slide over to the 3s where it's 19-11. Cal in control. Bryce Bark and Madison Dueck over Haley Devlin and Stephanie Purdue. This team's been a little bit up and down, Devlin and Purdue. They're not afraid to swing at the ball.
Devlin there with a nice little chop. Cross court from the right side. Stephanie Purdue back to serve. Going to do a little float serve. Wow. Put some pace on that with the wind at her back. Good dig.
Going with the soft stuff, not down yet. Second one finds nothing but cable. So Dueck and Bark, set point. 19-8 on the season. Captain Bryce Bark with the serve. Could not get the block there. That one goes past her by Devlin.
Devlin with a nice snap on that right side. Coming around for the back set. Nice play.
15 and 51 remind me of the Twins a little bit. They're not related, but they look very similar. You just take a glance over. Oh, smartly done on a scramble play by the senior out of Palos Verdes Estates, Bryce Bark.
Slice of life.
21-13 Cal in set one. Most competitive match out there right now.
Inman right on the line. Keeping the advantage for Cal. Boy, would Cal just love to steal a 19th point here from the bad side. Off the top.
And the wind is blowing. This one's got to go over. Punched up and put away. Inman.
Good job. Nice drop by Inman. Making the overhand dig. Right there. Gather and finish. Nice job.
Pride of Mirkovic High School. AVCA All-American last year. Alexia Inman. AVCA, huge support for beach volleyball. They sponsored the championship before it was an NCAA. 1916. Skipped the one before, that one a little bit lower. Oh, Knuckles, lots of wide open sand there. Smart play by Lindahl.
Lindahl's fired up, sprinting back to the service line.
They said she's fast.
The flash.
Set point. And it's done.
Great short serve into the wind.
Throws the shorty for a 21-17 victory.
Completes a strong finish to set number 1.
So Cal, the aggressor, once again, they've had an outstanding season. They're 2 away from closing out Arizona. Burling and Cortez, like they're hanging out at the Riverwalk, maybe in front of the library there in downtown Naperville, enjoying and cheering on their teammates, and they could use it right now. Split in the 4 and the 5. Cal has won all of the first sets across the 1, 2, 3, and we're back underway with the number 1s, where it is 10-6 Cal. Make it 11-6 off of that kill, right-hand side by Mirkovic.
There you see Gaffney checking the wind. Knows it's behind her, traveling across the court. Still wants to try to keep it on Anselmo. That's a good serve right there. Yep. You're able to cause your opponent to pass the ball behind them. Then the set's going to be coming from behind them. They can't see the block, and they are in danger, and that is just a great serve that set up an easy block.
When things are going sideways as they are right now for Anselmo and MacDonald, you have to find a way to get your body right, get your mentality right. 6 points the deficit.
World might just see us.
Pac-12 Bay Area.
Pac-12 Beach Volleyball is brought to you by State Farm, here to help life go right. Might need a little State Farm if you're Arizona. Things are not going right at all on the number 1 court. It is now 13-6 out of the timeout. And on all 3 courts, Arizona is down 1-0.
Yeah, and Gaffney and Mirkovic are picking up this slew of points on the bad side. Just getting really good deep serves, and then a little ball control error for Arizona that time, just going out of bounds. But good job by Jessica Gaffney. Really served well, went up and got a couple blocks, and got some nice separation for Cal right now to try to finish this set.
I'll run a little play here, and it works. Gaffney going to the right.
Gaffney's had a lot of success going around there to the right side. Mia Mirkovic with a perfect side set right there and a high line shot. That's a nice offensive play to run.
We've got a technical timeout on the sand, so it gives us an opportunity to slide back over to the 3s. And Devlin and Purdue down 2. And here's a pair we saw play exceptionally well at home in Arizona. They've been a little up and down here at Stanford.
Yeah, and they've actually made a little bit of a comeback. They were down more in this second set. They had a a forgettable first set, so it's time for Devlin and Purdue to turn things on for Arizona.
Yeah, it was 7-2 to open the second set.
That's a nice little shot by Purdue on 2 on the tight pass from Devlin. They're on the good side. They can get some serves going. They can get themselves right back in this.
Seems to me they looked a little tentative at times, hitting shots rather than just ripping the ball. All-time kill leader in Southern Mississippi history, in addition to attempts, is Stephanie Purdue, number 15. Take that arm, put that whip on it.
Yeah, I think Bark and Dueck just seem to be steady and just kind of keeping the pressure on them right now.
We're like the red zone over here. Giving you this volleyball action from the Pac-12 championship. Kevin Barnett alongside Mike Dodd. Back to court 1. This one is the most advanced match. It starts first out of the second flight. And is now 15-7, Mirkovic and Gaffney.
And Arizona's in peril right now because they are on the bad side and Cal is on a roll.
Working on Anselmo. That has been the scouting report. That ball missed, but it did touch the block.
Big side out for Arizona. Got to find a way to manufacture a couple points here on the bad side. Olivia MacDonald going up to do some blocking.
There it is.
Yep, just what her team needed.
How does a blocker who is serving deal with that equation there? How does it change your serving strategy?
Well, I think you have to be a little bit more conservative because you have to focus, you know, on getting up there and setting a good block. But, you know, again, it's more time and experience, and all of a sudden you get to a player like Phil Dalhouser that has the very best jump serve in the world, and he's serving it and having to go up and block every time. So it's just a matter of training yourself to be able to focus enough to really hit that tough serve, but then again, be on the move and be ready to get up there and do your job as a blocker. It's one of those things that doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, a lot of practice. Olivia MacDonald doing a good job of it out here. She's a really solid blocker.
The old Marv Dunphy, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yep. Nice drop from Gaffney.
MacDonald breaking out the mitts. She'll have to bump this one. Mima gets there and her partner shoots it over. Smartly done by Gaffney.
That was a wonderful shot from Natalie Anselmo, just bumping it off the top of the net. Thought it was going down, and watch this layout and chop over, and everything going right for Cal right now.
Yeah, corner slap, hit that one almost like a float serve. Take all the spin right out of it. There's a tough float serve from Gaffney. She'll pull. And set her partner for her favorite shot, that hard cross body.
Oh, too bad for Natalie Anselmo. Great cover on the first attempt. And Cal is just rolling.
Absolutely, that 2-1 record looking like it's going to go to 3-1.
Just can't get up and get that thing over.
Now 19-9 on the 28 side change.
This is a big match for Jessica Gaffney. She's been getting a lot of serves this whole tournament, playing with such an experienced, although freshman, Mirkovic.
Ball is long.
That ball wide, but she's really held up strong here in a tough win against a tough team. And it's all about these little strides that players make in their maturation. And a perfect pass.
Oh, cranked it to the line. It was open, just missed.
Like the aggressive play, though. She's really starting to get confidence.
Transferred from USF for her junior year at Cal. Now in her senior season. Now she'll go right to that back play again. It's worked. She likes to hit the line. This time it's off the block and good.
Really a nice play. When you make an unforced error, come back and run a different play, get things mixed up, and it's worked well for her.
Playing the blocker in offensive role is Gaffney. Match point.
Mixing it up, going to MacDonald.
Got pegged was Mirkovic, but she stood in. And it ends up being the difference. 21-19, 21-11. Dominant performance at the ones.
Mima's going, what happened there? At least that didn't hit me in my face. This thing is delivered. Just popped off the shoulder. Maybe a slight chicken wing. Give her a half of a wing on that.
How unsatisfying, a half of a wing.
What a great defender. Digs the hard-driven ball as good as anyone. Mima Mirkovic right there, number 34.
And a little pat on the butt for Megan Owusu. Yeah. Congratulations to the senior and freshman on their win. Now the 2-1 lead for Cal. They could close it out with a next set victory on either of the other two courts. So the ones are done in Cal's favor. Now the threes, 13 all. Give you an update on the other court. It is 9-7 Arizona at the twos, and a wild rally happening right now.
It's a big point for Cal right here on the good side.
Oh, and the ball popped over. Inattention to detail.
Oh my goodness. That's just a lapse in focus right there. You get a tough serve, you think you've got the team in trouble, and then you just let them off the hook with an overpass dropping on your side of the net. And conversely, big break now for Purdue, back to serve on the good side.
Oh, perfectly done. A teardrop over the blocker. Madison Dueck.
Yeah, Dueck really coming through with a nice little soft shot over the block down the line right when Cal needed it.
Dueck continuing to grow in her sophomore season. Started at the number 6 last year. By the end of the season, she was at the 4, and now playing at the 3 in her sophomore year.
Going in the right direction.
Crossbody and taking a swing. Haley Devlin. Played with Sam Manley last year. Had an outstanding finish to the season. Won 16 of 17.
It's a critical side out for Cal. Nice set.
There's a reach from the long team. 6'2" Haley Devlin.
Devlin did it all on that. Tough serve, dropped off, made the defensive play, and then nice cut shot. Into the wind.
I think the rally is on for Arizona. We told you earlier about Laura Ludwig. We mentioned that name. If you're not familiar, Olympic gold medalist, idol for a couple different players here, and you've seen her influence on the game. I'm not sure she's ever put cups on her ears and has anything to do with what's happening here. But Laura Ludwig, been through so much, nearly died as a teenager, went through a near-death experience, and has come to be one of the great personalities on tour, great people in addition to her volleyball success.
Yeah, I think you have a near-death experience. You learn to live life at its fullest, and Laura Ludwig certainly lives life to the fullest.
Partner Kira Valkenhorst, they were in and out much of 16 and 17. Weren't sure what they were going to do, but they had success in both seasons, both of them battling injuries throughout. And they did not have much of a post-Olympic slump in 2017.
No.
Anytime you see that very square, two-footed little jump float, that is the German.
That is her trademark.
Devlin and Purdue, 1-point lead. Trailing 1-0. Bark and Dueck can close it out with 5 more points.
Really nice play by Bryce Bark right there, going around, hitting on the right side, the back set, chopping cross court. Huge side out for Cal.
There's the ripping action That's what I wanted to see from those two. Just hit the ball.
Stephanie Purdue has such a nice whip of an arm. Just really goes up and snaps it.
Short shot. The streaking Purdue in or out. It's called down.
Ooh, they're going to give it to Cal. I don't know about this.
Well, definite call. A little bit of argument here from Arizona. I believe that's Bert Fuller up on the stand.
If you're Arizona right now, you just got to forget all about that and focus on this side out.
Or they can just have it given to you.
Yep. So Cal's down 1. The good news, though, they're going over to the good side with a nice chance here at the end of the set to finish their match. Winning the first set 21-13.
Another heater. When in doubt, just light it up. 19-17.
If you're thinking about dinking, just hit anyway. Nice job, Purdue. What a sweet arm.
Devlin serving to the net. Pokey right where Devlin had just been. And they managed to pick it up. Purdue streaking in the back row. Set point, trying to force a third. San Diego native serves. Nobody up, deep corner, good. Second set point on the way.
What a great play by Bryce Bark. That was a ace serve all the way. Just stepped into the middle of the court, made a great pass on it. Now Arizona's going to take a timeout. On the bad side, just going to want to go over there and think about it for a while. Maybe cool off the servers of Cal.
So we will be back for the conclusion of that one. In the meantime, let's go over to the twos. 16-13. Nady and Hallaran looking like they may force a third set. Seen a couple of good hits by Hallaran. There's that serve. There is the Laura Ludwig serve. You can rewind it and take a look at it.
Nice little choppy on the right side. Hallaran just snapping it into the wind.
Mesa, Arizona sophomore, loaded with talent, says Steve Walker. Attending her dream school, the U of A.
Cal hanging tough. Inman with a nice wrist away, cross court for the point.
Checking the wind.
Lindahl now needs to get a couple tough serves from the bad side going.
Is that one in? Is it out? Ball called in. Cal trying to play it up.
Lindahl tried to sell it.
Yeah.
Give her credit.
Set point. Arizona again at the threes. Oh, bad set. Making something of it and finishing off the second. 21-18.
We're going 3.
So a reversal from the 21-13 beatdown. We will head into the third. What will happen at the twos? There's a cross cut. A little wrist away
from Lindahl. Cal looking somehow to manufacture a couple points here.
Inman to serve. Inman touches the first one and then forces the error from Nady. So 19-16. 3 away from tying up this second set. What a rally that would be. 19-16. Inman long. Boy, from the moment that came off her hand, you could see it.
Trouble. All right, Hallaran and Nady have a chance here to push this one.
Hallaran, excellent defensive effort. Have to get a reset. Oh, Nady showing some chops. Oh, track shoes, not quite there. What an effort from Inman.
Just scrambling. Olivia Hallaran for Arizona. She's going to take a little break and wipe some sand off and get a few deep breaths.
You might have to get some out of your mouth after that one.
Wow, she was all over the court.
Will this look be enough? Set point.
Good pass. Not yet. Oh, the wind's going to blow that ball away from Nady. Now things start to get a little tight. Looks like Arizona's going to take another timeout.
20-18, set point number 3 upcoming. Take this opportunity to give you a little look at what the big picture is in the sport of beach volleyball. Poll from the AVCA every week, and UCLA has been number 1 for some time. Pepperdine was the former number 1. Of course, Hawaii and Cal Poly play in the Big West. USC, 2-time defending champ of this tournament. Selection Sunday, April 29th is coming up. Long Beach State in the Big West, also another powerhouse. Pepperdine's already won the WCC. That's 3 times in a row. Stetson won the ASUN. That's a team that's been a factor nationally.
LSU's right there.
SC, if they don't win this tournament, some question as to whether they'll even get in the national.
Yep.
Florida State has three-peated as the Coastal College Sports Association champ. That happened in the rain in Georgia already. And they, along with Pepperdine, are the only teams to have participated in every championship, AVCA or NCAA.
Wow.
And there is the event that's coming up. So Selection Sunday, everyone will know if they are going and who they will play. Gulf Shores, Alabama, again playing host. And you can't hear enough good things about this particular venue where it has been. Unlike so many other national championships which have traveled around, that has stayed both as an AVCA event and now as an NCAA championship at that particular site.
And if you like the wind, you get plenty of it there. Boy, it blows.
The white sandy beaches and active day and night life to go for the fans. Excellent trip for you to plan.
And Hallaran that time missing well to the right of that line shot. Things are getting a little tight here.
Do Lindahl and Inman come all the way back?
Nice move though, they're switching sides. Nady goes over to the right, says let me see if I can take the pressure off, but they keep the serve right on Hallaran.
Another dig. For the tie, there it is.
Wow, that's a really nice shot in transition by Lindahl. She gets the dig, sets a little off, and look at that cut shot. That's big.
Remember, this comeback could secure the duel.
Now they're staying with Nady on the right, and they're going back to Hallaran. Oh, little tough pass.
Oh, miscommunication. And the advantage now to Arizona. They will have a set point.
Boy, they worked their way so far back, and then to have almost a free ball and just let it go between them.
More gray hairs being handed out.
Let's see if they can recover, though. This is the big test. Can you recover and get the side out? Yes.
Strong shot from number 2, Lindahl.
The Energizer Bunny. Still going strong.
A moment for some words of wisdom.
Yeah, Steve Walker's going to talk to him there, see about getting Hallaran. You're going to go back over to your right side. It's a lot easier now on the good side for Hallaran to snap that ball into the wind.
Tied at 21. This match could be on the line in a moment, as well as the duel. And here it is. It will be set point, match point, duel point.
Cuddy into the net.
This is elimination point for Arizona.
Inman going to do that standing float serve again. She's going to pop it right down to the line. And we'll see how Hallaran responds. Pressure on.
Cross court, pressure off.
Yep, Casey Nady with a perfect set for her partner. I just love that. I love to see players get tested, see what their character's made of. Hallaran's made a number of errors leading up to making it this close, and then she comes back with a great shot cross court and then serving it out, trying to go for the great floaty cross court. So again, pressure's back on Hallaran. You know they're coming at you.
Set point, match point, duel point, number 2. Another good set and the same spot.
Takes a little off it, just chopping cross court.
The sophomore, team captain in high school since her sophomore year. She's been in pressure situations. Can Arizona reverse it here? Hallaran, there it is. The advantage right back.
Nady with the good serve, goes up, funnels the ball straight to Hallaran. Hallaran D'ing up. Now let's see if they can finish.
Set point. It's windy. That one to Nady's left, out of her reach.
Lindahl's got a really nice wrist. Boy, that set was inside. She just snapped it back into the wind toward the line. Keeping Cal alive.
Cal trying to get back on the ad. That pass a little tight.
3 in a row with the cutty.
Nope, Cal on it this time. That'll have to be poked over. Inman off the hands.
What a great dig by Lindahl. Inman keeping it alive. Huge play and the side switch over to the good side for Cal. Everything going their way.
49 points on the board into overtime. Huge comeback by Cal to force this third set point, match point, duel point. Elimination already staved off twice by this Arizona pair. Can they do it again?
This is where Hallaran had some difficulties the round before.
Well, she fought it off that time. Oh, the pokey, and maybe some indecision there.
Ooh, boy. Inman with a chance, just kind of shot that pass forward. Lindahl couldn't catch up to it.
We've already had 2 sets today go into the 30s. Are we looking at another? Oh, that poke put over. Awkward but effective.
Lindahl just making the save. Okay, and now Hallaran's gone back over to the left side.
Another elimination point.
Serves on her.
Tight. Blocked.
Oh, Hallaran. What a clutch block on the overset.
What a clutch set for Olivia Hallaran.
That ball would have traveled out too, I think. That ball was heading outside the line, and Inman takes a swing.
Oh, the heater. Just hit it hard. When in doubt, take a swing.
So Inman had the overset. Chance to kill, got blocked, and comes right back after that disappointment with a huge side out.
The new partnership.
Character.
Can the new partnership close it out? Fifth opportunity. Close out the entire duel.
Oh, Hallaran says no. I got one more high line shot in me from the left.
Outstanding play from Olivia Hallaran and her partner Nady, keeping the sets flowing.
Set.
Cross court, yep, it was power before, this time slicing. Slicing, dicing, Julianne, whatever you want.
28-27, not a switch yet, Cal. Do the math.
No one's doing math right now, Mike Dodd. Straight alligator moments.
You see the 8-7 and you think we should switch, shouldn't we? 8-7, that's a 5. Here we go.
Dual point.
Tight.
No.
First the line shot, then the cutty.
So we are headed to at least 30 for the third time today.
Arizona with the serve and on the good side. Can they do it?
Meantime, over in the third pair, it's 10-10 in the third set.
Third set might end before the second set.
The way this is going. Cal trying to keep the ad. Can they do it? Nobody up. Was it long? Indeed it was.
Ooh, and that was a perfect set.
So we switched now to a set point
for Arizona. Nady's done a great job of blocking, setting, serving, keeping the pressure on.
Cut shot. Nady will put it up.
Not yet.
The knuckles going short.
Lindahl has just been clutch this whole set. Every time Cal needs a big play, a big dig, a big shot, Lindahl's been coming up with it. Fireball. Now let's see if she can come up with a big serve.
29-29.
Ooh, that's a tough one down the middle.
Ooh, there's a tough one down the middle.
Well, Hallaran's been hitting that cut shot when she's been over on the good side, so Lindahl had to stay. Thought Inman was going to come over and take a little bit of the middle, but no. Middle left open.
Another set point for the Cats. Oh, what a set out of that play. You might have taken a swing at it. Instead, it gets put away by Casey Nady. 31-29.
Let's focus on the threes. Arizona up 13-10.
Stanford, who's over on the one court, they thought they might be playing soon. They're going to wait a little while. They are laying in the sand. Every match, every duel in this tournament has gone 4-1 or 5-0. Wildcats could be in a 3-2 situation here. Cal is up 2-1. Arizona is up 13-12 in the threes. And we're looking at a third set in the twos, but that will be perhaps academic. Who knows? Here's what's happened so far. We opened with a split in the 4 and the 5. Arizona taking the 4s. We then had the number 1s go 2-0 in quick fashion. Well, 2 and 3 has not been that way, Mike Dodd.
Not a quick fashion at all. Both games going 3. The threes now. Cal just served an ace to get to their 12th point. Bark and Dueck. They switched sides. Arizona took a timeout, said we got to think about this. Now we got to see if Cal can come up with some defensive plays on the bad side. And
I think it's been the rally caps. I think the rally caps have done it. Well done, bench.
Keep the cups on.
Always important in any sport to wear your cups.
Here we go.
That ball's tight, really tight. Oh, the cut shot is no good.
That ties it up.
Why not?
That's just the way these two matches seem to go.
This is for elimination. Will it come down to the final pair? Or will Cal close it out? A serve!
From the bad side, just short, cross court, high risk, high reward.
So it's match point number 1 on this court, but it really is like dual point number 12 or something.
Yep.
For Cal. Into the net. Overtime on the way.
Oh my goodness.
Third set has just started in the 2s. Over on 2, finding the sand, another dual point.
Nice job by Bark. Taking it over on 2, Dueck back to serve here. For the duel.
The block, no! No, saved! Devlin!
Oh my gosh!
Devlin pulls one out of her pocket.
Bryce Bark with an absolute stuffy. Devlin sticks the hand out, pops it over on 1. Now this is a gut check for Cal. This is character time. I mean, you just had victory snatched away. You got to refocus right now and get a side out. Keep the pressure on.
Not a bad pass. Nobody up and into the net.
Oh, goodness. It's tough.
Oh, he talked about gray hairs for coaches.
Wow, that was the duel right there that cover saved.
Match point, Arizona. Out of bounds.
My goodness.
16-16.
Nothing like competition.
That's why they play the games.
Yeah.
I think Herm Edwards told me that.
Ooh, what a cut shot from Purdue. Known for the heat, takes it off and just hits a perfect cut shot with pressure on.
That was a crispy critter like a French fry in the fryer for an hour. Set point, match point.
Oh, my goodness.
Out again, back to back.
And that was going to drop in between the two players. They had both decided to let that the other player was getting it. Oh, my goodness. Shorty.
Pokey, in.
Great pass by Purdue. Again, that had ace written all over it. Came up with a huge pass.
Devlin rescues another play all the way back to where she got stuffed, straight down, covered herself for the kill.
Oh, my goodness.
The 51. Match point 3. Difficult pass. Jousted the net. Devlin can't come up with this one. She did get the second touch. 18-18.
Bryce Bark. Surprised she didn't give a little flex after that one. Throwing it back.
Meantime, over in the 2s, it is 5-3 Cal.
Ooh,
straight down Devlin.
Just beat that thing. What a set from Stephanie Purdue. Back over her shoulder, right on the net.
19-18, can Cal fight it off once more? Devlin block. Nobody up. Into the net. Victory for the Cats. We're at 2-2.
Unbelievable. What a match. It's so good.
Because after all this, it really should be that it would come down to the third set that is currently 6-3 Cal. We are at 2-2. Devlin and Purdue with the win.
Arizona fans going nuts.
Hey, congratulations on the win. Find some cups. Get them on your ears. Let's go.
Boy,
we got one more match.
How disappointing for Cal to have that stuff going straight down. Devlin just pulls a one-arm bandit out of the bag and saves the whole duel.
So our first 3-2 of the entire tournament. Someone's going to win with that score. It could be the first seed upset as well if Arizona comes out with the victory.
What a match.
U of A, the chant right now from the remaining Cats.
Happy campers.
It is 2-2 in this best of 5 and 7-3 in the third and deciding set at the number 2 spot.
And you've got the full Ryder Cup format now with all the teammates lined around the court cheering on each other. It's such a great atmosphere. Cal singing their Cal song. U of A chanting U of A. This is beautiful.
All right, we're going to find out how good the game is there, too. How good's your chant game?
How good is the dialogue, the heckling?
Who do you need in this situation, Mike Dodd, from your history? Who do you need? Who do you want on your side? Who's your first draft pick along the rails?
Well, that's a good question. I'd have to go with Mirkovic. She was really doing some serious heckling and dancing earlier. She's getting into it right now.
Now give it to me from the history of the game. Who's your history of the game pick?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Unknown names sitting
Hovland?
behind rows of fans screaming out.
Rosie's Raiders?
Yeah, the Raiders were solid.
But not television approved.
No.
So 7-3 Cal with the lead. Here's Nady. Nady cleaning it up.
Nady just hovers at the net. Even when you dig her, she stays up there and ends up getting it down. Such a good athlete. Great middle for Oregon for 4 years. Solid performer now. Doing her 5th year at U of A, playing beach volleyball and loving it.
6'2", biggest player on the court. Channeling. Setting.
Nice drop. Yes.
Nady showing some beach game. The San Diego native.
That was just good volleyball from both teams. Great defense. Nady with the overhand dig on the drop, and then coffin corner with that line shot. Big. They needed that.
Teams have come off the rails. They are on the sand now. It is standing room only for the finale of this duel. Oh, off the wrist and out the end line. 7-6.
Cal's going to take a timeout here. Seeing their lead slip away.
Megan Owusu. Derek Olson, both on the sidelines now for their partners, Alexia Inman and Ia Lindahl.
It's not always easy to hold on to that lead when you're on the bad side, and Arizona's playing tough defense.
This is an elimination match. Winner of this set, 2-15, win by 2, moves on. The loser kisses 2018 a good night. Don't forget we have one more match. Stanford hasn't forgotten. They're sick of waiting. Stanford and Washington. We'll see if they can be as entertaining as this group. There's your first draft pick right there. Mima Mirkovic. You earned the Mike Dodd seal of approval for your cheering.
All right.
Here we go. It'll be 6 serving 7. No timeouts left. We play until we have a winner.
Lindahl and Inman clinging to 1-point lead.
Ooh.
There's
Boy.
2.
Maybe a service error there. Lindahl's been so solid throughout this whole match. Just comes around, hits the back set down the middle. Just clutch. Ooh, tough serve.
Went to Nady, and they haven't been serving Nady that much. It worked. 9-6.
Got the 9-6 on the side change. Cal going over to the good side. We got Lindahl fired up, ready to serve another tough floaty.
There was no scuffle. The team switched sides in the sand as well, all the bench players. Fortunately, everyone did it quietly. Oh, that one's well into the net. Well into the net. Big miss from Lindahl.
Yep. That one hurts. On the good side, chance to put pressure on. You don't want to let him off the hook.
Inman gets a serve.
Pass.
Gets it just over the slapping hands of number 21, Casey Nady.
Alexia Inman, that was a very nice pass and a nice high shot down the line. Big time play right when they needed it.
10-7. Highline the call. Listen to your partner.
Yeah, we remember Hallaran having some difficulties on this side earlier in the match. Stayed over there on the right and came through with a nice shot down the line. Getting rid of those bad thoughts.
Oh, the outstretched arms of Nady get it this time. Pulling. Off the right hand. 11-8.
Good idea, just couldn't, just a little bit out of her reach. Boy, Nady gets off the net so well.
Dynamic moves from 21. Oh, snuck that one over. Nady sneaks it back the other way.
Saved by Nady.
9-11, we switch sides.
Coming down to the wire.
Multiples of 5, switch sides. You might want to slow walk this one if you're the coach and you have something to say.
Get a few more pearls in. Boy, Nady is really strong. Just a workhorse. Classic middle.
Serving it
long. Boy.
3 points separate Cal from a victory. Someone plays into tomorrow. Someone looks for a flight home.
Oh. Just over the hands of Inman.
One of the worst feelings in volleyball.
Hallaran with the nice little choppy. Sets a little outside, brings it back and over. Oh, so close.
Ball's tight and poked over the top.
Pokey by Inman. A tight set there.
Freshman playing above that tag.
Lindahl's come up with some big serves over on this left side. Let's see if she can do it one more time.
She's been skating the top of the net with it. Oh, right into the cable.
Oh, goodness.
13-11, smiles still, under all the pressure. Everything on the line, Lindahl having a good time.
She's like, I'll still give you a perfect set.
Checking the win.
Let's go, Alexia.
Nady missed last time, she puts it in. Back play, nobody.
What a dig.
Oh, the knuckles and the vision. Lindahl.
Teams exchange sides.
Match
No
point.
altercations.
Dual point. It's going to take a big comeback here from Arizona.
Oh, this is a tall order.
Freshman out of Manhattan Beach at the line.
Good serve.
Touch, pokey, still alive. For the win. There it is! Cal fills the corner and moves on.
Great job by all four out there. Really. Hate to see someone lose, but it happens. It's sports.
A second set that went 31-29. Arizona with the win to force the third, and 15-11 Cal. In the third set, they win the duel 3-2.
Lindahl MVP. Really solid there at the end.
There's your MVP of cheering. Getting it in one more time. Cal victorious. They'll move on to tomorrow. We have one more match yet to come. Stanford taking on Washington. We'll be right back. More volleyball excitement on the way.
They need more space.
Is your mom in there?
Since Nana's moved in plan,
Nope.
let us help with your plan.
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
Start a plan that flexes with yours. New York Life.
I'm not your typical cancer patient. I'm also a doctor and a researcher.
Most hospitals have a traditional approach to cancer.